Imagine Pixar made a car in 1980s. It would probably look like this. This is 1989 Nissan Pao. It is extremely cute, charmingly weird, and it's so cartoonish it feels more like a toy than a real machine, and yet this is a legit production car. In this video, we're gonna dive deep into exploring this pile of hatchback cuteness, why and how it came about. Also in this video, I will share how I got it and what I'm gonna do with it. Let's have some fun with this baby. Alright folks, it's story time. Let's travel in time a bit, specifically to 1980s Japan. Now, Japan back then was a wonderful place to be. It was, let's just say, unhinged in best way possible. The economy is booming, people making money, they want to spend the money because they're making money, so they're happy about it, and car makers were bored of playing it safe. Specifically, Nissan, out of all, had this thought. Hey, what if we build retro cars for the future? And they decided to build these cars not out of their normal Nissan factory, but what's called mysteriously the Pike factory, which only added to the allure of these cars that came out that Pike factory. In reality, it was just a next door building to already existing Nissan factory. Nonetheless, 4 cars came out of that Pike factory. B1, BE1, as in be or not to be, Escargot, the snail looking one, Nissan Figaro, probably the most famous out of all, and of course the Pao. And it's important to mention all these 4 cars were based and built on already existing Nissan March platform. Nissan March wasn't a really good selling car for Nissan, so they had an idea to retro style the Nissan March and bring back the glorious style of 1950s. And specifically for the Pao, they chose the Citroën 2CV from 50s and Austin Mini. And when you look at the Pao, you can actually see that those 2 cars were inspiring cars for Nissan to build the Pao. And of course, the name they chose for this car, the Nissan Pao. It is a Chinese word signifying the Mongolian portable dwelling, those famous Mongolian tents. They also called yurts. And as Mongolian myself, I actually approved the name that Nissan chose for this car. For instance, the external door hinges on the Pao look like the original 1960s Austin Mini, which had become fashionable in Japan. Flap-up windows like those of a Citroën 2CV, and a split rear tailgate of the first British hatchback car, the Austin A40 Farina. And looking at the interior, it screams grandma's cottage chick. This interior carries the same retro allure of the exterior. Very simple, yet stylish and tasteful. For how small this car is, the interior space, the amount of space is very impressive. I'm currently sitting in the back of it. Maybe not for me in the back, but I can see shorter people being pretty comfortable here in the back. I'm 6'3", and I have more than enough headspace here in the back. But up front, I have a ton of space for my knees and obviously for my head. I'm gonna talk more about it when we're driving this thing. It's just impressive because the car is about 147 inches long. That makes it 7 inches shorter than modern ND Mazda Miata. And yet Nissan somehow managed to package and manage the space inside of it so impressively well. And here's probably the most interesting fact that added to the desirability and success of the Pao and Pi cars in general. These cars were not sold at dealerships. No. You had to order it from a catalog, like flipping through an IKEA brochure. But instead of a bookshelf
shelf, you bought a whole car. 51,652 people signed up in the first 3 months after the Pao was introduced. And right after that, Nissan said, that's it, we're done. No more Paos. Nissan used scarcity marketing way before Apple made it cool. However, not all 51,657 applications for the Pao were fulfilled. The UK's GTR registry website provided updated production figures in 2022 with per color code quantities and a total production quantity of 31,352 to be exact. Out of those 31,352 cars that were made in 3 years, only 541 of them came in this specific color called terracotta. This is the rarest color of them all. Only 4 colors were offered for the Pao, and this is definitely the one to have. It just fits this car so well. Feels like someone dipped a teapot in paint and said, that's the vibe.
How this cute little thing drives. If I have to put it in one word, it is hilarious. The driving experience is hilarious, and we're gonna start with the powertrain. It is very tiny, 1 liter 4-cylinder engine powered by 3-speed automatic transmission, and the powertrain makes whopping 51 horsepower. 0 to 60 eventually. Well, there is a benefit to that. It gets around 37-38 miles per gallon, so it barely takes any gas, which makes it a perfect city car. Super economical, and obviously the sizing of it, which I already mentioned, it is shorter than the modern ND Mazda Miata, and it makes it a really almost perfect car for a big city. And then there is the attention-grabbing side to this little pile of cuteness. The attention comes from everyone and all sorts of people. It doesn't matter whether you're a kid, high schooler, elderly person, normal person, car person. Everyone wants to know what this thing is, and I get approached everywhere, even in the middle of basically nowhere. As I was filming this video, someone still found this car.
Even right now I'm filming and people just stop by to take a video of this little Pao. Look at them. Even in the middle of nowhere, supposedly. Pao somehow finds a way to get an attention. That's just how this little Pao is.
And it's just something you have to deal with when you have a car like this. I knew what I was getting into when I acquired this car. So if you're okay with that, why not to have a smiley, cute, adorable, fun in its own way kind car that coming across the second one like this, especially in this color, practically impossible. And hence, you get all of the attention.
How and why I acquired this car. This little cutie actually part of the 3K2 Exotic Trade App Challenge that I am doing here on YouTube. And the previous owner who brought this car from Japan decided to go for a trade with me, which I didn't resist because I thought this would be a very interesting car to have in the series. And we did a straight deal. And if you guys haven't seen those videos, go check it out. I'm gonna link them in the description. But for now, I'm gonna enjoy this car. I'm gonna go to different events. I might collaborate with some cool people because this cool car can open up some great opportunities. Why not? And bring some cool people into the journey that I'm doing here on YouTube. And then I might do another trade with this car or just sell it. I'm not sure. I'm just enjoying the moment, and for now, I am fully indulged in the pile of this adorness and cuteness. The Nissan Pao is one of those rare cars where you will put up with how underpowered, slow, somewhat dangerous it is on fast American roads, because in exchange, you're getting one of the coolest, weirdest, and most lovable cars that Nissan ever built. It simply proves that cars don't have to be serious to be significant. Sometimes they just have to make you smile. And oh boy, does this car make you do just that.